Right guys, as you can see, obviously I'm not at a match. It's not because I didn't fancy the trip and all that. I've done the last 3 times to Newcastle. I know what the trip's all about. It is horrendous, I've got to tell you. But nevertheless, I intended to go. The reason why I'm not there today, pretty simple really. My wife is expecting a little twinge in the middle of the night. She's only 8 days away from the expected delivery date. And because the last child come 12 days early last time around, it was just a matter of precaution really, because 7 hours on a coach, how would I ever get back for it, you know what I mean? So I just made a pragmatic choice. Having said that, I'm fucking glad I never went, because that was absolutely fucking appalling. Now, I thought long and hard about this particular message, because on the one hand, right, what was there to play for? Yeah, they put nothing in. They didn't go into challenges. They didn't really put any effort in whatsoever. I mean, I know they had, what, 2 shots on goal, maybe 3 if you count the Giroud one, which was almost incredulous. But they didn't really put what I would call a shift in at all. So on the one end, you've got to look at it and go, look, no injuries. Was they conserving energy for the cup final next week? Because if that's the case, then fair enough, because either or, it didn't make no difference. We were always going to finish 5th today. We was always going to be in the Europa League. And as it turned out, I believe Tottenham won and Liverpool smashed Brighton. I don't think anyone actually thought that Brighton was actually going to get anything at Anfield. Regarding the game, appalling. Now, on another Chelsea channel quite recently, they put out a video basically saying, look, they feel that we should just get rid of Conte right now. I believe he's a dead man walking. I believe that the intentions are for him to go at the end of this season and for someone to come in, possibly Sarri. I don't know, but he's definitely not going to be there next season. There's 2 trains of thought here. The first thought is that by the looks of that and that today, it looked as though those players they're just not playing for him. And if you look at our performances throughout the entire 2018, we were in a decent position at the start of the year, and we capitulated. The losses against Bournemouth and Watford, and Tottenham at home, West Ham dropping 2 points, that game against Huddersfield, and then we got smashed. We didn't turn up. When Newcastle played a team that weren't interested in even playing today, it was just, we don't want to be there. We've come to play a game of football, but we just want to see the season now. That's how it looked to me. So on the one end, I'm thinking, do you know what would be the best thing? Because in terms of actually winning the FA Cup, I think that's what they should do. They should get rid of Conte right now. Fuck him off. Put in Jody Morris, and I believe it will probably do us the world of good. I think we've got more of a chance of beating Man United and winning the FA Cup if they make that decision. But I don't think they're gonna, because I think they would have done that long before. And I think it's all about the 9 million quid, saving 9 million quid for the sake of one game. Are they going to do it when the FA Cup, when you win it, is only worth 1.8 million? I don't know. But what I've got to say is that today was absolutely fucking shocking. Shocking. There wasn't one player, apart from maybe the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois, that done half decent, because it could have been 5 or 6. Let's be fair, he kept us in the game, especially in the first half. But no, it was terrible, wasn't it? Every single player, it was like it just didn't matter. End of season game, where it was just about going out there and playing 90 minutes of football, getting it done, because there's bigger fish to fry. That's how it seemed to me, From a pragmatical point of view, in terms of lifting trophy and glory and everything else as the supporters want, which, let's be honest, next week, that's what it's all about. It is all about Man United next week. I believe we should fuck him off now. Conte, get rid of him, sack him. Because they're not playing for him, yeah, and all season, in particular since Christmas, yeah, we've seen his press conferences. He looks depressed, he looks down, he's not the same man, let's be honest. He's pissed off, and it's going to run its course anyway, right? So he's going to be gone, right? Okay, but in terms of if you want to win the FA Cup and you want to lift the FA Cup, then we should get rid of him. But I don't think they will, because of the money. I think it's all about saving 9 million. So from a club's perspective, do they want to take a chance and hope we win the FA Cup, or get rid of him and have more of a chance, let's put it like that, for the glory? Or is it not about that really? Perhaps if we win it, great. If we don't, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we've saved 9 million. In other words, is it all about the money? My take on it is that's exactly what it is, and I believe that he will be our manager for the cup final next week, which I believe that'll be his last game, like, you know. I don't know what to say. Obviously, it's a bit of a strange situation for me today because I've had to sit there and watch the whole fucking thing on the TV, which is really, really weird. Horrible, actually. Because part of me feels I should be there, but obviously I couldn't leave my wife. You know, especially, you just can't do that sort of thing. You've got to do the right thing. But I've got to tell you now, watching it, was it Jamie Redknapp? He said that the club should pay back the fans that have made that trip and everything else, including myself, because I bought a fucking ticket and I bought a place on the coach. It's just circumstances that I'm not actually on that coach right now, and thank fuck, because honestly, that is the worst fucking drive ever. A, to get out of Newcastle, and then that long old drive back to Newport Pagnell, and then they've got another hour and a half after that onto Stamford Bridge. I'd normally have another hour after getting to Newport Pagnell, but nah, you know, 3-0 at Newcastle, totally and utterly unacceptable. Bullshit performance, probably one of the worst performances I've seen Chelsea over the years. And the most logical thing to do right now, if you want to win the FA Cup, and I'm repeating myself, is to fuck him off, because they're not playing for him. He wants out. There's no infusion, there's nothing there. There's no energy, positive energy coming from him and those players. And I'm sorry, but when you're a manager, what you do and how you act and what you say, right, influences all of them. And honestly, it's been depressing watching him all season, to be perfectly honest with you. It's time. It's that time. You know, he's got to go. And but we won't do that, I don't believe, until after Man United, because it's, as I say, it would be all about the money. And it would really, really surprise me if they were to part company with him before next weekend and Man United. But there you go, guys. Let us know what you think down below. As I say, absolutely appalling that was, wasn't it? And even the players as well, if you're going to play like that and it doesn't matter, then rest Hazard, rest Conte, rest Courtois, rest Aspilicueta, play the fucking kids. Give them, they would have given a performance out there, the kids today, because it would have meant something to them, like, you know. But no, just absolutely appalling. And as I say, part of me is thinking, it's not, you know, I want to put things into perspective a little, right? I don't want to overreact too much, right? Because in terms of preparation for next week, it's not too sad, because they've hardly put a shift in, have they? You know, it's not like they've played a you know, an enthralling game of football end to end where they put everything in, because they haven't. They put fuck all in. So as far as that's concerned, it's been good. So I'm just hoping that's what it's all about today, that performance, and that's the psychology of what's, you know, how they're thinking and everything else. But part of me thinks that it's Conte, and they're just not playing for him. As I say, that's what I would do. Anyway, guys, look, I'm fucked off, pissed off, but it's all about the cup final next weekend. Win, lose or draw, up to Chelsea, eh?